So, this chair. I watched a thing. If you know Rachel Makes These, that's not her name. It's just that she makes things. So I always want her last name to be... Her name is Rachel Maxey. Maxey, not Makesy.
I thought it was Makesy.
Because she makes things.
Right, her channel's all about making stuff.
But she's whimsical. You know, she's like if a hobbit and a beautiful wood nymph had a baby. And I'm more like I'm something that Vincent Price farted out on an off day. But that's fine. We can work with that.
I think you both would describe yourself somewhat differently than...
You know what you're married.
I know what I'm married.
Point is, she has the same chair. It was gifted to her. Mine was on purpose. And she did a whole reupholster situation. I'm lazier than that. But it made me realize that I could customize. But I realized that I could make this chair a little bit better for me. It's already the smaller version of this chair. But I'm going to link in the description below to Rachel Maxey. Now it's in this chair. You'll figure out what this chair is. It's fine. But it did come with like this thing. It's on with a magnet. And it's great in theory. It can actually get low enough for where I want it with my neck though. It'll fall off. So I was thinking, what if I did something where I make like a little pillow, or even just mutilate was the word that I came up with. That's not the right word. That's not a good word. Alter this one to be like an eyeball.
Okay.
And I could stick it on. I could permanently stick it on if I'm the only one using this chair. Or I could find a way to make it more modular.
Well, it's a magnet, right? So if you just sew a magnet into a little piece of flap cloth, then it'll drop down to where you want it.
Maybe. We'll figure it out. I kind of want claws to be here. And ideally, I would have some kind of lumbar support going on. And I was picturing like a tongue. I could make a piece that's a black open mouth with a tongue pillow attached to that and then teeth coming down. I'm going to have to sketch this. I'm going to take pictures. I'm going to take photos. Photos? It's not film. Sure. Whatever. Pictures with my phone of this chair. And then I can edit it on the computer. Yeah. Yeah. You're going to see that.
So you're monster mashing the chair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably should have said that from the beginning. Yes. I am going to alter this chair to be A, more comfortable for me, and B, like I said, I'm not as whimsical as Rachel Maxey.
You've got a different Forest Witch vibe. You're more Swamp Witch.
Yes, Bog, I think, is really the proper name.
The Bog Witch. My little Bog Witch.
I'm swoopy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's my plan. That's my plan. You're going to see me as I ascend into madness once again.
I'll hold the camera.
So I don't need to know what the back of it looks like.
No, we're just changing the front.
Yeah, I just need the front. And maybe where my butt goes. I was going to say its butt, but it's not its butt. It's my butt.
This is meta nonsense. I'm videotaping you taking pictures.
But now I have photographs that I can put into the computer.
Yay!
And then I can draw them.
Yeah. Can't wait to see them.
Chair's got wheels. I'm not changing the chair having wheels. Having wheels is good. Okay. Okay. We have chair. So there's a magnet in this pillow that's like there. And Rob's thought was that I could make something that attaches there and just kind of hangs down where I need it to be. Which would be like right there. And that's a thought. That is actually a thought that I could do that. That would keep it like modular if I do that. But I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna look. Well, okay. So when Rachel Maxey did this, she did a whole like reupholster situation. But I'm lazy. I don't wanna, so I'm not going to. But what I can do is just make a hat. I can make a hat, right? And then it doesn't have to have magnets. It can just be a thing that goes over, and we'll make sure that it sort of ends here with my eyeball pillow. And that way it's a little bit lower and it's more where I need it to be, and I will measure this about 1,000 times to make sure that's really where I need it to be. And it can just be sort of a hat that goes over it. So I only need to really measure this part, hypothetically. Is that going to work? Is that going to wind up then sliding up? What if it still had a magnet? It could still have a magnet. Why not? It could still have a magnet. And then this could be whatever color I want. Ah, again, this could have horns. Okay. Yes. Okay. So then, final... Well, we'll put it back. So final design then. We've got horns, which will just be plush, and we've got eyeball. And I still kind of want to put something here that would be sewn on. That would just be like tongue part up here, 3D, but then it could go flat again to just be... Is that too weird? I don't know. I don't know if that's weird. That might be weird. That might be weird. But maybe weird is okay. Weird is probably fine. And then there's this part where I was thinking she had actually carved right in to make some texture. And I could do that. I could make like scales or something. Well, this is the start of the way. Okay, so if I sew this on, right? I don't have to sew it on. How do I make it still modular? Okay, if I have a strap that goes around here, and that way it can still, like, not necessarily be on. Yeah, okay. I'm effectively reupholstering. Especially if I make it more like that. Oh, yeah, well, okay, well, in that case... This is dumb. I'm not doing less work. I'm doing the same work. Oh no. My goblin heart betrays me. It's fine. Those are my thoughts. For the horns. If we make them actually sort of front, because that's not at all where my head goes. Conveniently. That's just not where my head is. So this can just be like that. See, but at that point, do I just... You know what I could do to keep it modular? Because again, the whole point of this chair is that it is adjustable, like fully adjustable. So what if Velcro? I've been debating if I wanted to like do a cover for these or not. But full disclosure, this part of the video is happening like a year after the last part. I've been busy. But can you see it on the camera? This awful texture here? That's because I sit so oddly on this chair that my leg rubs against this. It's not on the other side. See? Smooth. It's just this side. So maybe I do a cover just to, like, hide my shame. So, the chair came with 2 different pillows. This is one of them. This is the smaller one. So my thought is this can be sort of returned to the small of my back area.
Okay.
What's that called?
Lumbar.
Lumbar. The question is, for both of them, do I take the case off of it, maybe take this out, it's memory foam, and then I don't know if I need the strap or not, because I still have to decide how I'm actually attaching these all.
Well, we can always attach a new strap.
Yeah, because either way I'm going to cover it with something new, and then I have to decide if I'm doing like a whole, like a sheet that covers the entire chair, which is what Rachel Maxey wound up doing, and what I would also like to avoid doing. I don't want to reupholster the entire chair.
No.
I want to have pieces that I can, because the other pillow thingy has a magnet in it. And I feel like I could maybe utilize that technology.
Magnets.
Magnets.
Maybe.
How do they work?
Also make a slip cover, and that way you don't have to reupholster the whole thing.
Well, right. So that's the thing. Sneaking. And I'm going to keep the belty thingy.
Of course.
Just in case.
If not this, there'll be another project
well, see,
for
I don't know. See, then do I keep it forever, indefinitely?
Probably.
It's possible.
I've seen our art room.
Yeah. I can always find a purpose. The question is whether or not I will. But yeah, and then I'll just sew that shut again, and I can do over this whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I am doing a ladder stitch. And assuming that I didn't pick up too much of the pillow underneath, which we'll see, it'll work. We'll see.
All right.
Because then you pull.
Well, looks like it worked. It disappeared.
For the most part. Yeah, there we go. I'm thinking not white for the eyeball, because white gets gross really fast, and quite frankly, my head's gonna be on it. I don't think my head's gross, but you know what I'm saying. This would be good for, like, the iris, though. Or that. There's options. So we have a couple yellows and a peach color. Do I have, like, an off-white? I've got the... You a gray? Sorta purpley. What are you? You are a cream? You would work. This is... You're gonna be my eyeballs. And teeth. And this is gonna be the tongue. Because it's purple, and there's not much left of it. So I'm gonna use black to make, like, the throat. And then I was thinking of purple, actually, for the, you know, palate and uvula. Which, debating how much 3-dimension I'm going to put to it, because I have to put my back against this, but a little bit I think is going to be fine. So maybe I use that for that, rather than tongue, or maybe both. Make it all kind of cohesive. And then I'm going to want some kind of a lip to separate the throat from chair. This is pretty good. Or do I make it a little different to make a more obvious lip? I could just do the back itself, this part, or I could make it overlap a little bit. It's going to be cut like here-ish.
Okay.
Either way. Which do you think is going to work better for throat? Do you think just back?
I think just back.
So, then that's the plan. So I need to...
Chalk it? You're just going to freehand it.
You know, what you said is smarter, and I did bring the chalk with hair in it.
Everything is hair in it. We have huskies.
Everything is hair in it. Okay. Now I'm going to cut it.
Hopefully that shot worked out.
We'll see. The magnets aren't quite cutting it anymore, so I will need to figure that out. Okay. Weird camera angle because I'm filming myself and just kind of... I don't know where the tripod is. So, this is us now. And... debating. Rob's not here, so I'm just talking to you as though you're going to answer me. I love doing that. This part, the uvula, I might stuff a little. Probably not much, because this is going to be against my back, and I don't want it to be uncomfortable. A little blob against my spine. Mouth. Hello. So if at any point I'm like, oh no, the gums are also purple, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. I sewed all this by hand. Don't be like me. This feels like I'm making a really unhealthy Muppet. Alright, so.
What are we doing?
I wanted to show you what I'm doing here.
Lovely.
So it's all sort of attached how it's going to be. And I've pinned it so that I can then sew it in a way that you're not going to see the seam and it'll be slightly 3-dimensional.
Nice.
So. This is not yet sewn to this. This is just where it's going to be.
Nice.
Here is where the eye is going to be, because this is where my neck actually goes. Not so much.
I see more what you mean with the hat right now.
Yeah. Horns are going to be here.
Oh, nice.
I have a master's degree.
Not in this.
No, but I do have a master's. I have a bachelor's in also not this. I have 2 bachelors in not this.
You are very overeducated.
I am. Debt forever. I'm also certified in a bunch of things that aren't this.
So join our Patreon.
Please. So I'm just stitching it straight down. Sewing.
Alright.
Okay. So, I struggled. The plan was to make them like the ones we do for the big dragons. I did succeed. Struggled.
But you succeeded.
I did. Because the trick is, if you're gonna do this, you pick a direction, you keep going the same direction. You don't go the other direction halfway through. It has to go all the way so it swirls, and then you pull it really, really taut. And then you have to pull it really taut, ideally chunk at a time, because otherwise what'll happen is the first thing I did, where I pulled it all the way through, and then it snapped. Don't do that.
Hello, puppies.
You gonna help?
Do you want to go outside?
Yes.
You want to go outside?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, let's go outside. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So the tail in the back, I added another piece too to make it three-dimensional. I am filling with poly pellets, just a little thing to weight it down a little bit. And now I'm going to close this up. Ta-da! Is there a left and a right? Did I decide that?
Did your tummy make that noise? It's not a shameful thing, Nix. Is your tummy upset? You care not. Roxy, how's your tummy? Wolves. Ah, monster.
Ah.
Monster chair, monster chair, monster chair, monster chair. What have you done?
So, my child.
That looks real good.
Thank you. This is good, and I'm impressed by it because this part is so heavy because of the magnets in it that I never took out. So I was worried it was just going to pull the whole thing down, and it doesn't. And this counterweight is also helpful. So.
Little tail. And I can always reinforce the magnets with more magnets.
That's true. I'm doing this the worst possible way. Basically on my lap. So I did stab myself. And Rob is making me put band-aids in my sewing kit. He's right, but... Oh, is that my blood? It's going on the back, it's fine. And now it's time for Rowan's Regrets. You see this? You see this? This is the back of the eyeball part. It's still got a magnet in it. I thought I was going to use the magnet. I'm not using the magnet. So instead, it just makes it extra heavy, and then I have to figure out how to counterbalance the thing, and not only is it extra heavy... Do you have any idea how dangerous this is? Rob just called me a pervert.
You built a monster face to sit on. We all know the implications.
This is your thought for the arm thing.
Here's my idea. This is one piece with those tuck stitches. I forget what they're called.
Darts.
So it's thinner at the bottom than the top. And then you just have, this could all be one piece if you wanted it to be.
Yeah. Close.
You sit upon your monster throne.
I am pleased. This was a nice distraction from everything in the world right now. Let me show you. Let me do the final reveal of this. Could I still put a magnet behind this eyeball so it doesn't, like, ever slouch down? Yep. Am I gonna? Probably not. I know me. What's done is done. But, you know, this was fun. This was fun. I recommend customizing everything in your life to be just as ridiculous as you truly want it to be.
Be weird.
And rock on.
Blah, 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 blah.